Welcome, Leo, to your September 2023 reading. And I have to start out by saying apologies for the lateness of this reading. You'll probably be seeing this in the first few days of September, but my readings are timeless anyway, so whenever you're seeing this, it will be relevant for you. Now, Leo, I'm using the Light Seers Tarot deck for those of you that are interested, and I'm going to be clarifying with my mini deck, my mini Rider-Waite deck, once we've gotten through the initial messages in these cards. Now, this month, like all months, I'm offering a free mini reading to new subscribers. So if you've got a question about this reading or something that this reading doesn't cover for you, click the subscribe button and in the comments section below, put new subscriber, free mini reading, or new subscriber, and then ask your question and I'll get back to you with your mini reading. Now, don't worry if you don't hear from me right away. I get back to everyone who subscribes and asks a question. And for those of you that don't want to subscribe, are already subscribers, want to are new viewers but want to ask a question, please ask your question as well, and I will get back to you with a yes or a no answer, or just a short message that comes through while I'm shuffling my cards for you. So let's get into your reading. I'll fix my camera up a little bit there. Now, you start out with some really interesting energy. Now, you've kind of got two cards here that kind of contradict themselves. I feel like the Six of Pentacles is money flowing. It's generosity. It's a gift. Somebody may be giving you some money here, or you yourself may be very charitable and giving away some money as well. But then you've got the Four of Pentacles, which talks about hanging on very tightly to your funds and keeping them close to you. But we'll go into them each a little bit. Now, as I said, that Six of Pentacles, this is a beautiful card of generosity, of it's like two-way abundance here, giving and receiving, being very charitable. It's a very positive card. You've got a very positive and generous mindset here, Leo. And you are just that sort of person anyway. You're just such a beautiful soul. And I feel like there's real advancement here in your finances as well. And if this doesn't talk about money, this is talking about help coming from other people as well. Pentacles aren't only about finances, they are about, they're an earth card, so they are about the body, the physicality. So people might be coming into your home to give you assistance, or just assisting you physically, helping you in some way or another. But this is beautiful generosity of spirit and of help. And as I said, if this isn't coming in for you, you are going to be doing this for other people as well. But the Four of Pentacles talks about stability and savings and success. So I feel like, as I said, you are going to be squirreling away a lot of that. If somebody is giving you money or giving you assistance, you're going to be hanging on to that, and you're going to be accepting, which is really difficult to do sometimes, Leo, particularly when you are the one that is so good at giving and is so good at being generous. Sometimes it's hard to accept the assistance or the finances of other people, but in September, I feel like you are absolutely going to be able to do that. And another thing, this is a card of actual feelings of gratitude as well, in the Four of Pentacles. And it is, in a way, helping others in times of need. You're hanging on to what you can. You're not wasting money. Now, for some of you, this can also talk about hanging on to money or things when you don't have to. It can be time to release some of that stagnant energy. If I hate saying this word, but this is often called the miser card. It's that person who has got millions and millions of dollars in the bank, yet they go out and they buy 2-minute noodles, instead of eating a beautiful meal. They're scrimping and saving when they don't have to. So if that is you, I feel like there's absolute healing of that energy coming in. You've got the Four of Swords. I feel in September, this is you going away, being able to close the door on the outside world and just heal and focus on yourself. The Four of Swords is very much a card of meditation, of just healing your mind more than anything. The Four of Swords, swords are all about the mind, the intellect, but this is a time of deep rest and healing from burnout as well. I feel like a lot of you Leos just go, 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 go. And you could even be taking a brief holiday here in September, in the beginning of September. But this is taking a holiday as well from your actual reality, from your day-to-day life, whether you're physically going away. You might just, you've got two of the most spiritual cards, well, the two most spiritual cards in the deck, in the Hierophant and the High Priestess. And you've also got the Death card here. Now, do not be alarmed. This is a card of transformation, of rebirth. As you can see, what's written here at the bottom, rebirth. But this is you really renewing. And it's a time for self-love. Taking the focus off always worrying about other people. You are such a kind soul, Leo. Certainly the Leos that I have met in my life are just beautiful, kind, caring people, warm, and you now need to turn around and look at yourself and put some of that healing in place for you. Really look after yourself here. But, the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like you're going to be doing that. You are planting seeds here in September that are absolutely going to grow into amazing things for you. The Seven of Pentacles does also talk about a little bit of a pause. I think there is a theme here. Four of Pentacles, that is a pause, hanging on to things a little bit. The Four of Swords, 2 fours. I just noticed that. Fours are the card of strength, of stability, of security. So to have 2 of them, that really heightens that message. But the Seven of Pentacles is also a bit of a pause. You've done all you can now. You've worked hard, you've planted those seeds, and now it's just a matter of sitting back and watching what you have planted growing. And because there is this sort of energy of pausing, of resting, it's giving you the opportunity to really reflect on your journey and see where it is that you are, at where you've come from, and look at where you are now. You can really see this amazing transformation. And this is a beautiful card as well, because this talks about the harvest, the fruits of your labor. And it's because you're in that reflective kind of mood, and particularly in the Four of Swords, this is that card of like I said, just being in that cocoon almost, and you're in a place where you can look back and reflect on what's happened, and you can know that you've done the right thing, you're on the right track, and now the Seven of Pentacles says you can just keep going. There's nothing more you can do here. Just watch and see what you've planted. Watch it grow. It's going to grow beautifully. There's no point in going out there tugging on the little shoots. You can't make it grow any faster. But now you can keep going and you can move on to that next stage. Now we come to the Hierophant card. Now this is, as I said, quite a spiritual card. This was traditionally called the Pope in a lot of the older decks, but this is a card of tradition. It's a card of that spiritual leader or guide. It's a card of enlightenment as well. And of awakening. There's this, and I feel like with the Four of Swords, often this is you going into that meditative state, and you do gain a lot of enlightenment when you are in that, when you're in that mindset, when you are just opening your mind and just allowing those messages to come through to you. And for a lot of you, this is just going to that next level spiritually. So if you are on any journey spiritually, this is you transcending to that next level. But this, because this is a card of tradition, this can talk about marriage. So some of you may be getting married here. Some of you may be going into a higher level of education, so universities, more traditional kind of things, or training of some sort. This is, this talks about traditional institutions like of religion, marriage, the institution of marriage, corporate jobs, those really traditional old corporations. This is you really going into that. Some of you may be deciding to change jobs here and do something a little bit more traditional as well, just because the Six of Pentacles is right above it. But I feel like there's a gift here. There's a download of information that is coming through from your spirits and your angels. And the fact that you've got the High Priestess there, wow. But we'll go into that. But I feel like whatever is happening here is happening very, very quickly, because the Knight of Wands is that energy of racing in where angels fear to tread. The Knight of Wands is very fast energy. This could potentially be another fire sign. I don't normally read knights as people, but in the general readings I do, because it's a general reading. So this can be talking about another fire sign. So another Leo like yourself, or a Sagittarian or an Aries here. But the Knight of Wands is someone that's very charismatic, very passionate. They're very spontaneous. You fit in beautifully with this person. You have a lot of these qualities because you yourself are a fire sign, so you really understand it. But the Knight of Wands is a card of pursuing your dreams and fast energy, things happening quickly. And I feel like there's enlightenment here. If any of you are on a spiritual quest or on a path spiritually, you are going to be getting a lot of downloads. So listen to your dreams, listen to your angels, your spirit guides. Listen to those little synchronicities that happen. Pay attention and meditate a lot. I feel like you will be getting a lot of answers through meditation here. But the Knight of Wands talks about enthusiasm and courage, and taking inspired action, being inspired to do something and then just doing it, going for it here. And it can also talk about the pursuit of adventure. So just be careful, because often the Knight of Wands is like, you're feeling bored, you're feeling lackluster, so you want to just go and find something that's exciting and daring to do. So just think it through a little bit before you do anything too dangerous, if that's the case, if that applies to you. But I feel like this is talking about some really important messages that are coming through for you. And as I said, coming through very, very quickly. That High Priestess card, these are dreams. This is sacred, secret knowledge. It's a very powerful card for visions. If you see in this particular deck, the figure is getting downloads from her angels, from from God, if you want to put it that way, whatever your God is, whatever you believe in here. But definitely psychic insights. You're going to have this intuition. Listen to it. And again, this is a real card of meditation. So I feel like there's another theme coming here through for you, Leo. And it's also a card of introspection, looking at yourself, where you're at, where you are in your life, looking at your mind, your finances, your career, just really reevaluating a lot of things. And there's a spiritual experience that you might be going through in September as well. And, this will be different for all of you, but, this could be just you being in touch with your spirit guides and your angels in a way that you've never been before, or listening to your ancestors or your past loved ones. You might be getting some messages coming through there, but really, really beautiful card. And that leads us to the final card here, and that is that death and rebirth. And this is a card of a Scorpio, but this is a card of cycles, of transformation, rebirth, transition. There's change here. And you might actually be getting some new beliefs coming through here, through this meditative work that you've been doing, through this soul searching in a sense. There's newfound awareness here that you may never have had before, prior to sort of going in this Four of Swords state, where you're kind of quiet and just listening to things, listening to that inner voice. And this is a card of endings, and it's a symbolic death. It's like you've now, and it's interesting that it's right beneath the Seven of Pentacles. You've planted the seeds. Now you can watch them grow. You can just release that. And it's time for a rebirth here. And it's almost like there's this awakening in you that is going to potentially even put you on a new path. But we'll get some clarification cards out as I nearly knocked my camera over. Sorry about that. Whoa. Now, I don't know if you caught that on the camera. I'm going to have to go and get that, and I hope I don't pull my camera down. Just 1 second, because it flew across the room, and this is what was happening when I was shuffling your first 4 cards. Your first 8 cards, if I could count, they were literally flying out. So I'm just going to go get that. I'm just going to take my mic off. Sorry, I'm hooked up to the camera. Okay, now that's interesting. You got the 8 of Cups. Okay, it's interesting that you've got the death and rebirth and the 8 of Cups. And you've got the Queen of Cups there as well. Here's all the emotional cards, because you didn't have any cups in your first lot of cards. The 8 of Cups is you walking away from something that just doesn't serve you. And in a way, this is really interesting. I love the 8 of Cups, because although it is you don't actually know where it is you're going, the path is a little bit hidden. You know that you can't stay where it is that you are, whether it is a physical place or whether it is mentally somewhere or emotionally even. You can't stay where it is that you are. It's not serving you. And you've got this beautiful water sign here. So this is a Cancer, a Scorpio, a Pisces, and they're really assisting you in this transition as well, I feel. I would normally read this as a Scorpio, but it's a general reading, so any water sign here. But the Queen of Cups is just such a beautiful soul. They are so caring, loving, emotional, helpful, and they're really going to assist you to get out of this place where you've been that as I said, you just haven't been happy. It hasn't. You've been in pain. You've been unwell. Whatever it is, they're going to be assisting you here to get out of this situation. 2 more cards. Definitely got some water signs around you. There's another water sign here, a little bit younger than you, Pisces. I would normally read this as, but this can be any water sign, again, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but pages are messages or messengers. So I feel you are going to be getting some really beautiful, loving, supportive messages coming through for you in September that are going to really lift you up. And you know, you've got the Knight of Pentacles, 2 knights. So there's a lot of shifting, a lot of changing going on here. And the Knight of Pentacles is that slow and steady wins the race. It actually kind of is a bit of opposite energy than the Knight of Wands, because the Knight of Wands is just racing in there looking for action. But the Knight of Pentacles is take your time, you're moving forward, and there's no going back with this kind of energy. Any progress that you make is going to be fantastic. You're going to be on track here and moving forward in a beautiful way. Yeah, well, look at that. This often happens. You've got death and rebirth. You've got the 8 of Cups, which talks about walking away from a particular situation. And you've got the Fool card here, which is brand new beginnings. This is asking you to take that leap of faith. So if you haven't decided to walk away yet, the Fool is saying, do it. Don't be afraid. Take that leap of faith and go on that new path, in that new direction, because where you are, you can't stay where you are any longer, Leo. It doesn't serve you. It's not good for you. And in a way, this is kind of, you don't know where you're going. You're at the beginning stages of something, but just do it. Take the leap of faith and go for it here, as I nearly knocked my camera over again. See, something that doesn't serve you, it's dead, it's done, it's over with. And for some of you, this could be talking about a relationship. It just doesn't, this looks like a very ominous card, the 10 of Swords, but this talks about things can't get any worse. There's only one way to go from here, and that is up or forward. And I don't know if you can actually see, but the little hand on the figure is making a very spiritual, I don't know if I can, they've got a very spiritual, they're making a symbol with their fingers, and this is quite auspicious. And this is saying, yeah, it's dead, done and over with, but I'm moving on now. And this is very much akin to that death, rebirth energy. So we'll leave it there, Leo. I'm so sorry this has gone a little bit over time. I usually try to cap my readings at 20 minutes. But I hope that resonated. Please let me know in the comments. Even if you don't want to ask a question, please let me know if this is resonating with you. Have a great month, and I hope to see you next month. Bye.